so much for joining me today. We are going to be doing some kitchen science experiments, and today we are making frozen chalk. So the very first and most important thing with any experiment is to make sure you have your parents' permission before you get started. Once you have their permission, they can help you gather supplies and find everything that you'll need to have a successful experiment. So for today, after you have your parents' permission, the supplies that you're going to need are pretty simple. You're going to need some water, 1 cup of water. I am going to be using a glass measuring cup to get my water. Going to need 1 cup of corn starch. Any brand will work. This is the brand that I found. And I'm going to be using this measuring cup to measure my cornstarch. You're going to need some food coloring. So I bought 2 kinds. I bought some neon food coloring for bright chalk, and I just have my regular food coloring for the other chalk. You are going to need a bowl for mixing. I am using a bigger measuring cup, so it has this little spout, but you don't have to. You can put it into the trays that I'm going to show you in a second with a spoon if you don't have one with a spout. And last but certainly not least, you're going to need something to put your chalk in to freeze it. So I found these cute little molds at Walmart for 98 cents. So we have some little tulips, and we have some, they look like little butterflies or bees. I think they're bees actually. So I'll be making some in these. I will also be using just a regular ice tray to make some. I got a 2-pack at Walmart. One thing to note is that the food coloring might stain these. So make sure, again, you have your parents' permission. And so what I'm gonna do with these, because I don't wanna stick my fingers all the way in them, is I'm going to be using some toothpicks and some Saan Wrap. This is just a standard Saan Wrap to create some DIY sticks for these chocolate cubes we're gonna make. And then I'm going to be stirring all my ingredients together today with a fork. You can use a whisk if you have a whisk, but a fork works just fine. So we're gonna get started. Make sure you have a rag or a napkin or a paper towel nearby in case you make a mess. Messes happen, it's okay as long as you clean them up. I'm right here by my sink, so I'm just gonna reach over and I'm going to get 1 cup of water. One cup. Looks just about perfect. It's okay if you're a little bit off. And then I'm going to move some of these things out of the way. I'm gonna get my 1 cup of cornstarch. This is a brand spanking new thing of cornstarch. So I have to open it. Ooh, it can get a little bit messy. It's kind of like flour. Put that off to the side to throw away with my rag here so I can wipe my hands off. I'm gonna pour it over the, I'm gonna pour it over the bowl. See, messes are okay. I just have to clean that up. And the really good thing about this experiment is that you have to wait about 2.5 or 3 hours for this to freeze. So there is plenty of time for cleanup. I used a little bit more than a cup, but that's okay. I have also gotten cornstarch everywhere. Again, totally fine. This is a little bit messy, especially if you are just a messy person like I am. What I'm gonna do, since we're not quite done yet, just make sure that that doesn't have a ton of cornstarch on the top so I can still wipe my hands. Push that back so it doesn't fall on the ground. And put the lid on. We're gonna mix these 2 things together. I might add a little bit more water because I added a little bit more cornstarch. Make sure your water is cold. Just a little bit more water. Put that out of the way. And we're just gonna mix. Now you wanna mix until your cornstarch dissolves pretty much all the way into your water. So what you can't see right now is that this is pretty thick. Like, look at that. It's pretty gross, right? So that's what it's supposed to do. But as you mix, I don't know if you can see, it's getting easier for me to mix because all that cornstarch is dissolving into the cold water as I'm mixing it, which is what it's supposed to do. And this is going to make the base of our chalk. And so once you have it all mixed in, I do think, oh, see, look, there's no clumps now. It's all mixed in. It looks kind of like milk. This is supposed to make just about 14 cubes. So if I was just using these, it would fill almost a whole ice cube tray. So I'm probably gonna have to make 2 batches to make all of my cubes. That's okay. So what I'm gonna do, it's all mixed, I'm gonna wipe all this extra cornstarch off. Like I said, totally fine to make a mess. I'm gonna put that actually over here to the side. I'm gonna set this to the side for a second. I'm gonna put the lid all the way on this. Some messy stuff. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit before I move on, so I'm not getting cornstarch literally everywhere. We're just gonna push that all to the side, make sure that it's not going to get on the floor. And put that off to the side too, because I am done with it for now. So I'm gonna start with just a regular ice cube trays. What I'm gonna do is put 3 to 4 drops of food coloring at the bottom of each of the tray that I'm going to use. Then I'm gonna pour our chalk base in over it. So I'm going to start with some neon colors. So open the box, I have pink, blue, I've never opened these before, but I ended up with 2 greens and no purple. That's okay. So we'll get out my neon colors. We'll do a couple of each. Be careful with the food dye. This is gonna be what stains. It's okay if you make a little mess, just make sure you clean it up right away. If it gets on your skin, just wash your hands with soap and water right away. So I'm gonna put 1, 2, 3 drops in that one. 1, 2, 3, 4 drops in that one. We're gonna see what the difference is. Woo! No spill though. We're gonna open the blue. We're gonna do the same thing. We'll do 1, 2, 3. Oh, 4. 1, 2, 3. And make sure, unlike me, you put the lids back on right away. We're gonna use this neon green. And we're gonna do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm gonna do some more pink. 2, 3, 4. Oop. Those ones are gonna have a lot of color in them. We're gonna do this whole tray with neon. So I've done 10, I'm gonna do 2 more. So we're gonna do 12 in this tray. And we're gonna see how much mixture we have left over. Got a little hair in there. So I'm going to pour this in. I'm gonna pour about 80% full. Ooh, I did not realize this last one leaks a little. Totally fine, I'll show you in 1 minute. The colors mixed a little bit, that's okay. Fill these about 80% full. Again, totally fine if you make a little bit of a mess. So as you pour, the colors kind of mix themselves. These look really vibrant. If you use the neon colors, you'll get really vibrant colors. I have a lot left over. Another really fun thing that you can do with this chalk is if you have a popsicle mold, so the ones that come with like the little sticks, you can do this experiment and make frozen chalk popsicles. Which is really fun. I don't have any popsicle molds. I tried to find some at Walmart. They were all sold out. But I think it'd be really fun to make, like, do what I was saying earlier and just take your time, maybe take all day, do the different layers, and have like a rainbow popsicle, and you can paint with the different colors. Some cool things to note about this experiment is that you can mix up the colors. You can mess around with how much food coloring you put in. If you look, none of these are the same. So I used the same green, but the greens are darker than each other. I used the same blue, some of the blues are darker than each other, which is really cool. So you can experiment with colors. You can experiment with textures whenever they're frozen and you're outside playing with them. You can mix the colors together, see what happens. You can really experiment to see how long it takes for them to go away outside. You can just do so many different things. So again, I encourage you to make this experiment your own, and I will see you in 2 to 3 hours.
Who is it?
Still me, ma'am.
It's Coronation Day! It's Coronation Day!
Hi friends, Brittany here again. As you can see, it is a new day. I went ahead and let our frozen chalk freeze overnight, and then now it is daytime. It is warm outside, and so I will be able to go outside and play with these. So one thing I have learned just in touching them to see if they were frozen, my hands are stained. So less is more when it comes to the food coloring. So I'm just gonna pop these out and put them in this bowl. You can put them in a baggie, put them anywhere. Oh, there's one. Pop that really easy. Colors are so vibrant. Like, look at this. Oh, see, it's staining my hands even as I show you guys. So we're just gonna pop them out. Thanks again for joining me today, guys, for Kitchen Science Experiments with Brittany. I can't wait to see how much fun you guys have with your frozen chalk. Remember to take pictures, take videos, tag us on social media with the hashtag PlaySafeinFay, and I can't wait to see how much fun you guys have with this experiment. See you next time.